Creating content for Instagram can be hard work, especially if nobody is clicking, nobody is watching, nobody is commenting, and nobody is doing anything. It can feel like you are talking to crickets. So if you have been feeling that your Instagram account is dying or is in the decline and nobody is doing anything, then what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video is going to be really, really important. But before I go any further, if this is your first time on my channel, I'm Pam Obessa and I run a brand called The Lucrative Lady. And I talk all things social media, sales funnels, and just building a massive lucrative business online. And in fact, this entire month, I'm focusing really on Instagram marketing specifically. So if that is the kind of stuff you want to learn, we've just dropped a video a couple of days ago, again, all about Instagram growth. So make sure you check those out before you leave. And of course, do me a solid. If you're loving this, go ahead, subscribe and like this video, and even go ahead and share it so that more people can see this video. And of course, we can get even more views. I would appreciate that so much. I want to share with you 5 different categories, content categories that are working right now. I'm talking how to get millions and millions of followers on Instagram. If you just stick to one of these categories and really follow what I'm sharing with you, including the examples that I'm going to be sharing with you, have a look through those, it will really help you to grow your Instagram really fast. So before we dive in, I want to let you know that this is a highlight from a longer video where I shared Instagram 101, the foundational things that will really help you to grow your account. So once you finish watching this, make sure you dive into that other content so that you can see all of the 5 key points that I shared over there. So let's dive in right now. A successful Instagram account stands for something, right? So you must stand for something. What does that really mean? It means that when we jump onto your Instagram account, we need to know that your Instagram account fits within a specific category so that people know what to expect. So I've broken down 5 categories and I've got some fabulous examples to show you about some of the things that you can choose for your business to stand for. And if you stand for any one of these things, or actually a combination of these categories, then you're going to do really well on Instagram. People will flock over to your account, and of course it will help you to create content effortlessly because you know what you stand for. So let's have a look at some of these examples now. So the 5 categories are: number 1, information; number 2, education; number 3, entertainment; number 4, edutainment; number 5, inspiration. And here is one outlier, and that is a combination of any of the 5 categories. So let's look at some examples right now. The first thing I want to look at is information. So now, look at this. This is at Shopify's Instagram account. Now, I've chosen this one as an example of information because Shopify is a tool. And I found that if any Instagram account that's talking about tools or software, or they own something, or obviously definitely a business that people have to sign up to, then they are mostly there for information purposes. They're going to be focusing on giving information about this specific thing, this software, this tool, this thing that they do, right? So if you can see, there's a few things we can learn from this. So you can see that they have quite a large following. 890,000 followers are following this account, following Shopify, because it's a tool, it's an information hub. So if you want your account to be to do really well, having it as an information hub is very powerful, because guess what happens? As I'm scrolling through, you can see their posts. Number 1, what I can see is that they're using a specific color scheme, or a series of colors. If we look at some of the posts that we are seeing at the time of recording this, it's the Black Friday season, so you can see that they're sharing information about the season. So if you look at this post over here to the right, it says getting ready for Black Friday, right? It's a video. Okay, then you can see where US shoppers plan to shop during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. 94% of US shoppers plan to shop online, and 65% of US shoppers plan to shop in store. Again, information. They're giving you information. Okay, let's look at whatever something else that we can see. Look at this one here, giving you information again. Nearly 1 in 5 US shoppers plan to spend more than last year on independently owned businesses. Again, this is an account that knows their target audience. They know that they are serving independently owned businesses, so they're giving information that is suitable to their target audience. If we scroll a little bit further, over here you see entrepreneur checklist, website tick, photo shoot tick, launch tick, another launch tick, customer service, right? They're giving you information of the things that you need as an entrepreneur. And again, it is of course entrepreneurs that use Shopify. Let's move on a little bit further and see what else we can see from their site. So over here it says empowering content we loved this week. So, I mean, I haven't opened this yet, but I can imagine that this is probably them spotlighting one of their members or spotlighting somebody who uses their tool and, you know, and spotlighting them and encouraging people to probably follow that person. Here we are. They're spotlighting some other people who use their tool. So again, it's a lot of information on their page, and you can see that they're not doing anything extra special. They're just giving information, but you can see that they definitely stand for something, and because of that, they are rewarded with a massive following of 890,000 followers on their Instagram account. So that is the category of information. So question, is your Instagram account all about information, right? Or is it about something else, right? So it's really important to understand what category your Instagram account is or should be. The next category I want to talk about is education, and I have an example of this for you. So let's look at education. Okay, so I'm using ConvertKit as an example of this because I actually use ConvertKit and love ConvertKit, and I know that I go to their Instagram to be educated, right? So ConvertKit is very similar to Shopify, where information is very similar to education, because there's one thing giving information about something, but education specifically for me is where you are doing tutorials about this specific thing. You're not just giving us information, but you are educating us, right? So you might be doing tutorials about your subject, or if you sell a specific tool, or if you create courses, if you have a specific product or anything, if you're showing people how to use something, you are most likely educating them on that thing. And I really think that ConvertKit does a really good job of this. Now, ConvertKit's account is a little bit newer than Shopify, so they have 16.4K followers over here. So looking at some of their posts, this one really caught my attention, and I love the caption on the actual photo. It says, how Pinterest coach Kara Chase uses opt-ins and evergreen automations and funnels to grow your audience. Can you see that, right? It's education, right? So opt-ins and evergreen automations and funnels are obviously features inside of ConvertKit. So they're saying this is how such and such a person uses these specific tools to grow their audience. I'm educating you. They are educating you. Let's look a little bit further down. Here's another one that drew my attention. It says, feeling weird about self-promotion as an author. Again, who are they looking for? They're looking for entrepreneurs, authors, experts, speakers, etc., right? And they're saying feeling weird about self-promotion. Why? Because promotion leads to people joining your email list. And so because they know that their ideal clients want to grow their email list massively, they know that a lot of them self-sabotage, or a lot of them feel really weird and icky about self-promotion. So that's what this post is about. So they are educating you about what to do if you are feeling weird about self-promotion. Here's another one that really caught my eye, right? It says, get a head start on your funnels with our new visual automations template. So as a ConvertKit user myself, I can tell you that visual automations is a new thing inside of ConvertKit, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a huge thing. Oh, by the way, as we're on the topic of ConvertKit, I have an incredible training on ConvertKit right here on my YouTube channel. So when you finish watching this, don't run away, don't go anywhere else. Make sure you check out that training, because in there I show you exactly how to build your email list, grow your email list, and all of the various tools and assets that ConvertKit gives you to be able to do that. So make sure you check that out. Now back to this video itself. So I really love this, and you can see from their captions, I mean, look at this one down below, tip jar, a new way to monetize your audience. This is a feature inside of ConvertKit once again. So this is really, really brilliant. They're doing such a good job about educating you, because they know that not everybody knows ConvertKit, and two, not everybody knows what ConvertKit can do, and three, not everybody knows how to use ConvertKit. So they are using their Instagram to not only attract new people, but to educate those who are already using ConvertKit, and to to really show people who aren't using it what they could use it for. So educating is just such a really good category. If you have some sort of product, a software, tool, you're selling anything, start to think, can I educate people more about this thing? Because that's a really good way to attract your cold audience, i.e. people who don't already know you. So category number 3 that I want to talk about is entertainment. Now, this is a category that I absolutely love, and there are so many channels killing it in the entertainment category, all thanks to lockdown. And that brings me to the example for this category, entertainment, and it's a young lady who I really love, and her name is Elsa Majimbo. Now, Elsa Majimbo, look at this, has 2.4 million followers. Oh, how amazing is that? 2.4 million followers. And I know a little bit of about Elsa's background. Elsa is just a young lady who pretty much blew up during lockdown. You know, during lockdown, in the middle of the pandemic, when we were all home and looking for a reason to laugh, a reason to smile. If you scroll back on Elsa's page, I mean, let me do it a little bit slower. In fact, let me start from the top. Number 1, she's got this eye popping photo of herself, which I absolutely love. Look at the colors of the background. I actually created a video that we have just launched all about how to create an Instagram bio that converts. And one of the things I was talking about is having an image that absolutely pops, and Elsa really nails it here. But if you look at her bio, you know, you've got her name here. She said 15 times chess champion, professional bragger, comedian, author, icon, all of that good stuff, right? She's a comedian, and so even in her bio, you can see that she's a comedian. She's there to make you laugh, and she's not ashamed or afraid of it. It's entertainment at its best. Now, scrolling through, a lot of people think that to do entertainment or to have an account that is full of entertainment, that they have to, they have to be incredibly funny, or they have to look a certain way. No, you don't. Elsa literally, look at this. She literally comes as herself. Right, most of the stuff that does so well on Instagram for her are the things where she's so unpolished. Right, I'm talking, I've just rolled out of bed type of look. Right, this is what people are loving, and in fact, the best videos of Elsa. And the reason she popped is because she was creating very short form content, like 20 seconds, 30 seconds or less, where she is eating crisps. I mean, that sound of just chewing crisps over and over again and asking a question and just laughing at herself. That's literally how Elsa blew up, because she came up with original stuff. She came up with stuff people weren't doing, and she wasn't afraid to try new things. So looking through, just scrolling through her feed here, it's very difficult, I must say, to see why this young lady has 2.4 million followers and is endorsed by massive amount of celebrities. I mean, I know that she's had interviews with Tyra Banks, she's had interviews with so many big names. It's hard to see. You sort of, with entertainment, you sort of have to go in and play the videos and see what it is that she is doing right and why, she's just awesome. So if we look at this, for example, this one has been watched 816,000 times, over 2,000 comments. Let's see what that looks like.
Pandemic and in rotation. Monday's sweatpants are Friday's sweatpants. Today's pajamas will be the clothes for the next 2 days. How do I feel wearing sweatpants and pajamas for 7 months? Proud. Damn proud. Where are my good clothes? I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm just as confused as you. I have to go back to wearing real clothes. Like, is it a must? Like, is it a must? Like, is it something a must?
I'm gonna pause that for a minute. That just cracks me up. Can you just see how, original it is? It's her. She's taking the mick out of herself, out of the world. What does it feel like wearing pajamas for a whole 7 months? I mean, we all did that during the pandemic, right? That's what she's trying to say. Then she's chewing. She's got these crooked sunglasses. It's hair that is unpolished. She's just literally, it's bed face. Am I right? And it's because of this that we all laugh, because It is just beautiful. So I mean, go through her feed and really check out what it is. Why is it that she's being endorsed by celebrities and literally in less than a year has 2.4 million followers worldwide, not just in Africa but worldwide. Really brilliant example she is, for sure. So that leads me to category number 4. The next category is actually a mix of 2 categories, and I call this edutainment. Now when we look at something like Elsa Majimbo's page, you might be thinking, Pam, I'm not funny, I don't know how to do that. It's okay, I don't do that type of content either. I love it and it works, but I don't do it either. There's another type of content called edutainment, which I want to show you, and I really love this account. The account is called The Good Quote, and she has 23.7 million followers. Now let me just scroll through, have a look at this. It's literally just quotes, right? It's literally mainly quotes, 90% quotes, right? And look at that, 23.7 million followers. But why is it that this account has amassed a lot of followers? Because it's edutainment, right? We all love something that makes us think. That means that we are entertained by it. So a lot of people think that entertainment, such as what Elsa Majimbo was doing, the previous example, a lot of people think that entertainment is all about haha, making people fall over, laughing, and you have to be a comedian. Not necessarily. Entertainment is also something that grabs your attention because you're entertained by it. It may not necessarily make you laugh off the chair. It may not be ha 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 funny, but it grabs and holds your attention, which means that a part of your brain is entertained by the information. Now, when we call it edutainment, it means that it's both entertaining and it's educating as well. So we're learning something from it, which is why I've got this example for you. And I think that these quotes really work. And this is a brilliant example of edutainment. So let's look at the first one, for example. It says, don't be afraid to lose people. Be afraid of losing yourself by trying to please everyone around you. I mean, is that something we can all resonate with? Yeah. And look at the number of people who have liked it, 51.9 thousand people and 185 comments. Of course, yeah. You know, we all love that. Let's find another one. Here's another one that I like. It says, forgive yourself for accepting less than you deserved, but don't do it again. I love that. Can you see how it's educating? So you're learning something. Forgive yourself for accepting less than you deserve, but then it says, but don't do it again. That's funny, right? You read that and you know, the last part, you can smirk or smile because that's a constant reminder, don't do it again. And if we open this, let's read the actual caption that comes with it, if there is one. There is no caption. It's literally just a quote. How interesting, it's literally just the quote, right? There isn't a caption that I can see that comes with it. It's literally just the quote. How interesting, right? So she doesn't even need to work hard, right? I mean, I'm not saying she's not working hard, of course she is. But you see what I'm trying to say in that the quote on the image is enough for people to go, aha, right? I'm entertained. And I've learned something. Edutainment, you see what I'm trying to say? And because of that, we keep scrolling, right? We keep scrolling to read what is the next thing. Look at this one here. Emotionally mature people don't treat people badly, even when they're feeling bad. You see that? We learn something. So you take something away. Now, because of this, you're going to want to bookmark this post. You're going to want to bookmark this specific account because you are edutained. You are being educated and you are being entertained at the same time. And that is why I do love the edutainment category. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now, the final category I want to talk about is inspiration. Now, you could call this one, the good quote, inspiration. That's fine. But I have a different one for you. I have Joyce Meyer over here. She has 3.9 followers. So Joyce Meyer is a pastor. She preaches in lots of different churches. Some of you may know her, some of you may not. I really love Joyce Meyer. But why do I follow her? That's why I put her up as an example. I follow her because I'm inspired by her in many ways. In many ways I am entertained, definitely. I'm educated, definitely, but I'm mostly inspired. I'm inspired on my own walk in my own faith and all of these things. I'm inspired because of her story, the things that she has been through. So a lot of people who follow Joyce Meyer follow her because you actually know her story, and it's incredibly inspirational. So for those of you who don't know, Joyce Meyer was abused when she was young by her dad, right? So that's a huge part of her story, that she really uses to bless women and to really communicate her message, right? Her message comes out of her story. The story is the foundation of, and so because of that inspirational aspect of her life, she has amassed a lot of followers, right? And so you can also see from her content that she's trying to inspire you. So she says here, enjoyment is your choice. I love that. Enjoyment is your choice. I always say this, joy is a choice. Here she's saying enjoyment is your choice. Let's look some more. So over here she says, God has what you need to keep going. Live without regret. And we know this is a video, right? So she uses a lot of video. That's another thing about inspiration. I love that you can use quote to inspire people. You can use images to inspire people. But I think where inspiration really flows is in the video. And you can see that in this account compared to the previous account where it was literally mostly quotes, right? In this account where it's for inspiration, she's using mostly video. So this is a video, this is a video, this is a video, right? This is a video. She's using mostly video, and she's inspiring you when she is using images because she's a philanthropist and she does a lot of work in various parts of the world. So she's inspiring you, using videos, using images, and using all sorts of content, right, to really inspire. So you know that it is it's a page here to inspire you to do more, to be all that you are called to be by God. So that's one of the reasons why I love this, and I come back time and time again to her account because I'm always inspired to be a better version of myself. So these are the 5 categories. Now the 6th category, which is the outlier, is of course a combination of those. So you could say I'm going to do education and entertainment, which then becomes edutainment. Or you can say I'm going to do a combination of entertainment and inspiration. Or you can do information and inspiration. So there's no hard and fast rule that says you must stick to just one category. You can certainly have more than one of these categories, but what's most important is that you are clear on what the category is, that you are clear about showing your personality for the purpose of, getting that like. And honestly, I probably would not have subscribed to either of these people if I hadn't seen these specific videos that were a little bit different to what they normally publish, but I could see personality and I knew, these are my kind of people. I love their personality. I ought to follow them. So don't be boring. With all due respect, your followers, even though they're following you, they want to see what inspires you, what motivates you. They want to learn from you, take something away from you. So therefore, you've got to make your content and have it focused on giving value and educating or entertaining or inspiring and fitting within those categories that I talked about earlier. Essentially making it about the other person and not about you. Yes, of course, when you run a business, we want to talk about our launches. We want to talk about our own products. We want to talk about the things that we do, and we want to invite people to work with us. I want you to think about the 80-20 rule. And that is that 80% of the time, make sure that it's not about you, it's about them. And so therefore, when you share that tidbit that is about you and you're inviting people, by that time you've already earned their trust, and they are more than likely to follow you into whatever it is that you are doing or sharing with them. And because of that, you will most likely be then able to sell your products and offers, enroll clients, make money on Instagram, and all of that good stuff. I hope this was of value. I know this video was a little bit longer than I actually anticipated, but when I got into sharing the examples of all the different accounts, I just thought it would be more value for you if we delved into it a little bit deeper. But comment below and let me know what category is your Instagram account. And if you don't have one, just say I don't have one, Pam, right? And let me know from the examples that I showed, which of these categories would you use, right? Now, before you go, make sure you check out this playlist, which has everything concerning Instagram and how to grow it really, really fast. So make sure you check that out, and I'll see you in my next video. See you then.